Yo, what's up? Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Of course, I had to lick my lips. All right, let me make sure my mic is hot. Yes, it is. Okay, here we are once again. It's your boy DJ Mad Scientist. Here I am. I'm here. You are here. This is what we do. So let's go ahead and get into it because we have a lot to cover. First thing I'm gonna do is because it's a live broadcast, but at the same time, it's radio the next day. So right now I'm live. Tomorrow the audio will be on radio. So that's why I have to do this little introduction. If you go back and watch my other videos, you'll see I do it every week. So no problem. Hey, what's up? It's your boy DJ Mad Scientist on the all new Power 97.5 LA. Today we are just talking music, where we bring you vital information about music production, promotion, and distribution. I started doing that every week right here where we on the iGlobal Radio app. Download the app from your favorite app store or go to the website iglobalradio.com. That's iglobalradio.com. All right, that's the intro. Listen, I do want to say if you do get a chance, just go to your favorite app store, whether it's Amazon, whether it's Google Play, or you can go to Apple and just download the app, iGlobal Radio. I'm on the radio every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay. So you can hear me on the radio. What do? I do the hottest hip hop, the hottest R&B, current hits. I throw some throwbacks in there every now and then, some 2000s in there every now and then, but pretty much current music, hot topics, and every now and then I'll do like a mini pod. 2026, I will be doing interviews. So if you are an independent artist and you're looking to do interviews, we have over 2 million people listening. You want to expose your music to over 2 million people? Okay, hit me up on my Instagram, IG, at sign Damad Science. That's at sign Damad Science. It's DAMADD Science. Okay, hit me up. Let me know you want to interview, and we'll go ahead and take care of that. If you don't remember that, then just go to the right there. Right there. You'll see the QR code. That way you go to my website and it got all my social media information. Should I have it down there scrolling across? Maybe I should. Maybe I'll fix that for the next time. But for today, that's what we're going to do. All right. Today we are talking, let me get into my notes. We're talking about music marketing. And that's the overall discussion that I have every week is music marketing, where I teach you how to create music, how to promote your music, and also distribution. And when I say teach, I don't mean how to. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to do music or how to write music. But as many of you know that follow me, I'm currently a working resident DJ. I'm currently a working radio host. I'm not one of these people that just talk about it because I've read about it. I'm actually doing it. So what I decided to do was to give you guys my perspective as I'm going through this process. So like last week, if you watched my discussion last week, we're talking about my moment of truth, where I had my promoter tell me I wasn't that man. So even though he books me at the nightclub, he has larger shows. He's like, you're not there yet. And I had to have a soul searching moment. You know what I'm saying? I had to like really sit down and really discover who I am and figure out if I'm going to do this or not. Because if I'm not going to do it, if I'm not going to go hard, then I might as well quit. So I talked about that last week. So one of the benefits of you coming here every week is you get a real life discussion as to what's going on, boots on the ground. There is no like, oh, you should do it this way. But then what are you doing? Are you actually DJing? Are you actually writing music that gets played? No, I'm just going to tell you how to do it. No problem with that. I've had plenty of music instructors And I love all of them. They taught me a lot. But really, right now, what you need is someone who's actually out there. And my goal is to become that man, okay, or die trying. Okay. So you guys get to see me early. You guys get to say, like, oh man, I was following Mad Scientist from back when he was like nobody. Now look at him. You know what I'm saying? So, not that I'm nobody, I am somebody, but you know what I mean. So that's the perspective that I give you. And I'm giving you what I actually experienced tonight. After I finish this, I'm gonna take a shower, I'm gonna shave, and I'm gonna hit the club tonight. I'm gonna be opening and closing at the club out here in Long Beach, Agave nightclub, Agave Ultra Lounge, and I'm actually the DJ up there DJing. Okay, so when I tell you certain things, then you know that I'm actually applying it. I'm not just giving you something I read in a book. Even though I did go to school for music, okay, I did do that. So I'm not saying that going to school for music is not good. I'm not. But at some point in time, if you do go to school for music, they teach you the theory and then they make you do it. Okay. So there are some people who are just into teaching. I'm in, I'm the coach. I'm the guy that's like, okay, now you got to do it. You got to perform it. You got to put it into action. And I'm the one that's telling you, like, okay, this is what you need to do. Okay. All right. That being said, let's go ahead and get into it. The name of this is Know Your Platform Part One. And we're going to do this for the next 4 weeks. Okay. So it's going to be on my YouTube channel. You can always go back. I have a really good outline, so I'm not going to be rambling. It'll be very, very good information, and it's something that'll be really, really organized. Okay, and I think you'll get a lot out of it. But you can let me know. You can leave a comment. You can like, subscribe, leave a comment, and be like, "Mad Scientist, you don't pretty much got it," or you can tell me like, "Hey, it's all good." Okay. All right, here we go, y'all. A lot of people have said that music is dead. Okay, because for the most part, it's something that people can say online, or they'll say hip hop is dead, and they can make a thumbnail and it's gonna get people's attention. I don't know why, but it will get people's attention just to say music is dead or hip hop is dead. Okay. What I say to people is as long as there's two human beings on this planet Earth, music is never going to die. Okay. Because music, at the end of the day, is a form of communication. It's how we, as human beings, talk to each other. So there's no such thing as music dying. Okay. What you're experiencing right now, what you're witnessing right now, is the death of an illusion. Okay. For a long time, there was this illusion about music and the musicians, okay, and the people surrounding. For a long time, you know, for a long time, we thought that if you were on stage and you were in one of those glitzy, gleamy suits, or if you were just on stage doing anything, that you must be so super rich because you're on stage, you're a star. Okay, we found out like, no, these people aren't that rich. A lot of them die broke. Okay. We assume that a lot of people wrote their own songs. We said the top people must have written their own song. This is a song coming from their heart. Like Michael Jackson, this is a song coming from his heart. Rhythm Nature was a song that he wrote. Nah, Michael Jackson didn't write that song. Okay. And then we have people current today, like Drake. We find out, oh no, Drake is not writing those lyrics. Not every song, sometimes he writes a song, sometimes he doesn't. Okay. I think in hip hop, we've kind of expected that if you have an MC, the DJ is the one doing the beats. But I found out early that Ali Shaheed Muhammad was not doing the beats for Tribe Called Quest. Okay. I don't know how I felt about it at the time. I was young, but I was like, the DJ's not doing the beats. It's the other MC, Q-Tip, that's doing the beats. So what's end up happening, especially now in this time of social media, we're finding that the illusion that we all had about music and musicians and everything that goes into it, it's just the illusion. Okay. The whole creation process. Um, we even have situations where, and it's true, we have musical math. Musical math, I thought people just came up, came up with a melody magically, and all of a sudden it was a hit. No, there's a little bit more science into making hits. And so, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and in the 90s, the illusion was there and it was cultivated, it was purposeful. People wanted that illusion to be there. They wanted you to have a mystique about yourself. But in the 2000s, in the age of reality TV, in the age of the internet, and everybody putting all their business out there, now we have a situation where there's no more magic. I remember like when I started taking music classes and my first semester, I thought the teacher was going to give me information that would just be the key to unlock this magical world. And I was so disappointed by my fourth semester or my second year that no, there was no magic to it. What it came down to is understanding the theory, developing your skill, and then executing. And that's where we are right now. People who understand the theory, who develop their skill, and who are able to execute on a consistent basis, those are the ones who are going to be more successful. The ones who lack education, the ones who lack information, the ones who don't practice, develop their skill. No, they're just not going to be good at it. Think of it like sports. In basketball, I watch a lot of basketball. I played soccer. If you don't know how to make a layup in basketball, you're not going to go far. If you can't shoot a proper jump shot, you're just not going to go far. When you play basketball, a lot of times there's guys or women who are very athletic, right? They're just very athletic, just very for whatever reason, God given. Maybe they just been running their whole life, so they're fast, or maybe they just been jumping around for a long time, so they can jump high. And those people look good on paper. They're very athletic. But over time, the athleticism, like the Lakers' best player right now is Luka, and he can't jump. I mean, he can't dunk. I think he dunked twice, but he's not the most athletic player. Okay. The best players in the league haven't been the most athletic. Okay. Overall, I mean, the greatest. You got LeBron, Kobe, and Michael Jordan. Yes, they're very athletic. But at some point in time, they had to learn how to shoot a jump shot. And right now, LeBron is not that athletic. He's athletic, but not as athletic as, he's 41. Okay. But he still has a jump shot. He still knows how to pass. And these are all the fundamental things that he has learned. These are all the skills that he's developed. And because he's been consistently practicing these skills, he's able to provide the type of outcome that we're looking for. And that's really, really, when it comes down to it, what you're going to have to do, what I have to do, what I do. I did a private party last night. And I remember when I first started DJing professionally, I used to like sit there and sweat because I was like, when am I going to play next? Or, wow. Because private events a lot of times are 6 hours. So it's not a matter of just like, oh, I just play all the hits. If you play all the hits, that's 2 hours. Okay, what are you going to do for the rest of the 4? Okay. And you got to know. And then private events are crazy. People are always throwing in curveballs, right? Can you play this? And it's not like a club where you can be like, nah, I just gotta play what the promoter tells me to play, and this is all I'm gonna play, and you take it or leave it. It's a private party, so they throw curveballs at you all the time. And you gotta hit it out the park. You gotta make them say, oh, I want you back next year. Oh, I'm gonna recommend you. Oh, can I book you too? I'm gonna book you at this other event. Okay, that's how it works. And so, in order for you to be able to write music that people are going to like, that is consistent, you're going to have to develop what I call skills. Get rid of the illusion, get rid of the preconceived notions, and just understand like, hey, listen, you're going to have to develop some skills that will allow you to um, create these songs. And then you got to practice and practice and practice and practice. Stay consistent, practice, 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 stay consistent. And then at the end of the day, you're going to get better and better. Okay. That's what it really comes down to. Music will never die as long as humans are around. Okay. Hip hop will not die as long as there's Black people around. Okay. So, sit back, relax, and just start on the journey of learning these skills, these basic skills that you need in order to make the kind of music that you want to make. Okay. And that's what I do. So today I'm going to give you guys a really, really good idea and deep dive into the process of knowing your format. What exactly is the format? Okay. Format is, or platform, I'm sorry. Platform is, once you have this song that you've written, you got this song. How you gonna let the world hear it? How is the world gonna hear it? Okay, there's many different ways. I mean, you could sit there and beatbox it, right? You can stand out in the corner and just beatbox and sing out. That's one way. That's a legitimate platform. There's street performers that's what they do. Okay. You can also, radio is another platform. Okay. People listen to radio still. I'm on the radio. 2 million listeners. Okay. So there's a lot of people around the world that listen to radio. Strip clubs. Okay. There's a lot of people, male and women, men and women, that go to strip clubs. It's not always about the strip part of it. In Atlanta, it's just part of the culture. People go there to eat. I'm from California. I would not eat at a strip club, but we don't have kitchens and restaurants out here. A lot of times when I've seen strip clubs where they have food. It's kind of like food that they bought and they just set it out, and it's like, I'm not eating that. But in Atlanta, they got Magic City. They have a full kitchen, and they got some legendary lemon pepper hot wings. So people go there, and it's part of the culture, right? It's not really about just the strippers itself. Okay. And then, or if they do see the strippers, it's not just a matter of, oh, let me get the stripper and touch on her. It's more like, the strippers are performers. Okay. And these performers, they need music. Okay. They want music in order to satisfy their customer base. So there are people out there who write music for strip clubs, Metro Boomin, Cardi B, anybody in the South, Future, that's Drake. That's their music that they, Boss Man D-Lo. That's the music that that's the audience that they're singing for, that they're rapping for. Okay, that particular platform. You also have nightclubs out here in California. We have more nightclubs. I'm a nightclub DJ, so it's a different style of music, and it's a different sound. It's a different mindset. When people come to nightclubs, they're generally coming to celebrate their birthday. Okay, they want to do their birthday. Okay, or they're celebrating, bridal showers. They're celebrating an event in their life, or they're coming to the club to socialize with their friends, or they're coming there to like meet other people. Okay. But right now, you don't have to really meet people in the nightclub. It's more like, I'm with my friends. We all want to hang out together outside. We want to dance. We want to drink a little bit, and we want to watch other people. Or, hey, we got a birthday party. Let's go there, get a bottle. We all drink. We all celebrate. And then we go home. Okay. You also have brunch events. That's another platform. That's another type of vibe. Usually brunch is a combination of everything. You got the nightclub, you got the strip club songs, but they also incorporate the line dancing. Okay, a lot of line dancing and a lot of sing-alongs. Okay, sing-alongs are kind of going out, but you still have sing-along songs. Okay, you also have line dancing. You also have the strip club music, and you also have the nightclub music. Okay, because somebody at that brunch event is celebrating a birthday, and so they kind of want that nightclub vibe. At the same time, women like to feel like they're sexy, and some men, but they want to feel like they're sexy. So they get together in their little bunch and they pretend like they're strip club dancing. One of the most successful nightclubs I was a part of, they actually had a stripper. Like we had a VIP section, like our most expensive was the VIP section where you had to get 4 bottles and they had a stripper pole in there, right? Girls love it. They just love being on a stripper pole. I don't know, it's just a thing. Okay. And then you have private events. And again, you'll have a lot of different elements where you'll have like, your radio songs because people are eating. So you're going to play radio songs. You have your line dancing, you have your nightclub, strip club music. And so you kind of private events are a little bit of everything. Okay. And so you have to know what kind of platform are you particularly, trying to put your music into. You might be a lyricist, right? And you're like, man, I just want people to listen to my lyrics. And then even with that, do you like trap beats? You like to be lyrical over trap beats? Do you like to be lyrical over boom bap? Do you like to be lyrical over um, drill beats? And I can tell you, those three right there would never fit in a nightclub. People have tried and it doesn't work. Okay. So you have to know your platform first before you start just saying, I'm gonna write a song. Okay. That way, um, you have a better plan of action. And we're going to talk about the plan of action later, but you need a plan of action in order to really truly be successful in anything. It doesn't matter where you are or what you do in life. If you don't have a plan, then you're just not going to, it's going to be very hard to be successful. Okay. Um, I got a email today from someone, and it's very interesting because I get a lot of emails. But today I said something to this particular person that I had never said before, but I believe it to be true. What did I say to them? I said, listen, the fact that you email me your song takes a lot of courage and, a lot of guts because I could easily, in a position that I'm in, you know, people are, I'm a radio host, I'm a DJ, and people are hoping that somehow I will give them a lifeline to a life that they envision. That I'll listen to their music and say, "Oh my God, this is the best song I've ever heard." And then I play it on the radio, and then everybody just agrees it's the best song we've ever heard, and it gives them a life that they've always dreamed of. So I understand that. So and I take it serious. Um, but I told the person today, I said, listen, I applaud your passion. I mean, you completed a whole song. I applaud your passion. I applaud the fact that you had the courage to send it over to me for my critique. But I told him at the end of the day, what I would want to see you do is, and I was being very, very honest. I mean, I am. I mean, to send your music out, I've sent my music out to people and they told me they didn't want to spend the 10 seconds it took just to see if they don't like it. Like 10 seconds is too much time. I don't want to give you 10 seconds. So I never want to be that person that says, I'm not going to give you 10 seconds. I mean, you'll know, like if you have experience in music and you do what I do, it will take you no more than 30 seconds at the most to figure out if you're going to use the song or not. Okay. So I never want to be that person that's going to be like, oh no, I'm not going to give you 30 seconds because I've been on the other side of that and it sucks. And it feels disrespectful, to be honest. It feels very disrespectful. And so I never want to be that disrespectful to anyone who has the courage to at least try. And so, but I did tell them, like, hey, listen, there's a skill set to this. And so and I'm not going to go back into because I talked about skill set, but I will say this: there is passion, and then there's skill, and those are two different things. Okay, a lot of people say, "Oh, there's talent." I like to say there's passion and skill, and what you want is a marriage between passion and skill. Okay, a tight, consistent marriage between passion and skill, and as long as you have that passion and that skill and you bring them together, then you'll make good music. But you can't have one without the other. You can't have a skill and no passion for it. You can't have passion and no skill. And that's essentially what a lot of us need, including myself. I'm always learning, okay? Because I have a passion. Yes, I have a passion, okay? I've sacrificed a lot of money. And I don't like being in this position, okay? But I have a passion, and I knew that what it took for me to be successful where I want to be successful is going to take skill. And the skill is not always about just playing the piano or playing the drums. It's also understanding how to create good music. And that too is a skill, how to create good songs, I should say, not music, but good songs. So, with that being said, we're going to start actually getting into the nuts and bolts of what we're talking about. And what I'm going to actually do is I'm actually going to talk about two case studies. We're going to talk about Cardi B and we're going to talk about YG. I'll tell you why we're talking about those two artists. Number two, I'm actually going to go show you my Serato DJ. Okay. I'm going to show you my Serato DJ. So you'll have an understanding of what I'm doing as a DJ every week, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday, private events. And people are like, I love you. You're a DJ. You're a great DJ. I love you. You're a great DJ. I'm booking you for next year for sure. Okay. Before I get into that, let me show you something real quick. Because I got to do this. All right. Here's what you see. It's a Mad Scientist merch store. Yes, I have a merch store. For those who don't know, I have a merch store, and it includes a dad hat. Um, Most popular is the hoodies. This is the white logo hoodies. And then I also have the black logo hoodies. Okay. And so you can always go to my website and check everything out. I got hats, I got backpacks, I got t-shirts, men and women, male and female, all different kind of colors. So things come in different colors. So don't feel like there's only one color. Okay, like the hat, it comes in blue, it comes in red, black. So it comes in different colors. Everything comes in different colors, and everything comes in different sizes. So do me a favor, please support the website. All you got to do is go to the QR code in the top right, and you see it's right there. Look up, look up, look up. Okay, it's right there, and take a look at it. It's good for Christmas. Nothing's really super expensive, and I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it. It's good quality. I've had people come up and be like, "Hey, I got some. I got mine," and it always feels good when people send me a picture, or if I see them in person and they have one of the sweaters on. I really feel good about that. And so, uh, be the same person. Go get you a hoodie. If you do, please send me a photo to my Instagram. I would love to be able to post it. Okay. All right. Got lip my lips. I'm black. That's what we do. Okay. So we're gonna go into what we're going to be talking about, which is number one, having a plan of action. Okay, knowing your platform. What does it mean by knowing your platform? Knowing, like I described before, you got to know where you're going to be presenting your music. Okay, that's most important. I'm not going to go back into that, but just know your music. And knowing your platform will then dictate the next three things. The first being the tempo. Okay. So, for example, if you're trying to do ratchet hip hop, then you're definitely going to have a tempo between 95 and 105. Okay. 95 and 105. That should be your tempo. Now, how fast you want to go, obviously with the faster tempos, you're going to get more dancey. With the slower tempos, you're going to get more lyrical. Okay. That's generally how it goes. Because when you're lyrical, you may have more to say and you need the tempo to go slower. Whereas if you're dancing, not too much to say. So you're going to go faster, right? So you don't have to put in 1,000 words. Okay. You can go fast and be like, chop it up, chop it up. Yeah, chop it up, and the music is going fast. So it's not like chop it up. Yeah, chop it up. Okay, it's chop it up, chop it up. Yeah, chop it up. Sounds totally different. Whereas if you're lyrical and you're trying to put a lot of words in there, you want to slow it down so that your words can be legible, like people can understand what you're saying. You're not talking really, really fast and trying to get a lot of words into a sentence. Okay. That sounds crazy. So, but you want to be between 95 and 105. If you tell me it's a ratchet beat, it's for the club, and it's like super fast, it better be like a banger. Like example would be Levada. Out here in LA, we have a rap artist, Levada. His music is super fast for hip hop. Okay. But it's such a banger that we have to play it. Now, it still fits because his tempo is 118. I That's like I could play his music and then go into Pitbull. Okay, because Pitbull is around that same BPM. But it's not some off-brand. And there are some people who do. They do that off-color, off-brand, like 110 BPMs. They don't get played a lot because there's not a lot of hip hop. It's not a lot of ratchet hip hop at 110 BPM. And I'm not gonna, like uh disturb the whole vibe trying to play one song. Okay. So I'm a DJ. So if you bring a DJ something that's either too slow or too fast, we're not gonna want to kill our vibe for one song that may be good or may not be good, unless you're like a very good friend. Okay. If you're not a really good friend, like, nah, like I don't want to do it. Okay. Same thing with key. Key is important. Why is key is important? Because key is dealing with frequency. So let me I wasn't planning on doing this, but key to frequency chart. Let's do this one right here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Where's the actual chart? Okay, there it is. Okay, so let me come here. Let me show you this because this is important. All right. Now you see this chart. It's a key to frequency. So here's the keys or the root notes. Okay. Even if you're in the key of F, but your lowest root note is C. Okay. Would be your lowest, let's say your lowest root note, okay, or your highest. It might be just the same note. Now, usually you're not going to go in octave one. The lowest that a subwoofer can go is 30 hertz. So right here, this B in octave zero is the lowest. Okay. I can pretty much tell you because I'm a why is this on here? Ugh, this is not good. Oh Lord. All right. If you come in with a B at octave zero, no one's gonna hear your music. Okay. So where is it? Little pop-ups always happen. Okay, here we go. All right. So you want to stay above 30 hertz. Okay. At the same time, a kick drum is around a standard kick drum is around 50 hertz. So if you start getting into like 50 and above, okay, then you start having your 808 and your kick drum occupy the same space. Okay. So now you can say, well, I'm not going to have any any kick drum at all. Okay. But still the sub is going to be between you why did I pick this one? Okay. So your sub is going to be here. Let me tell you, show you this. Sub bass frequency range. Your sub range is between 20 and 60 hertz. You want to stay, this is a bad idea. Tried to do this. Hold on. Stop sharing. Okay, so with your sub, you want to stay between 20 and 60. Okay, that's your sub range, but actually it's 30, 30 and 60. So what that means is that I need to stay between the C in octave one, and I can go as high as A sharp or B flat in octave one. Okay, so here's the root notes. If you can see this on this side, I'm sorry if you can't. Um, did I take it off? Yeah, I did. Let me share it again. I'm sorry about that, y'all. So you want to stay between 32 hertz and 58. I would say, from my experience, 32 and 46, because that way your kick can live right here in the 50. Okay. That's usually your generic is 49 to 50. Okay. It's actually 49. If you get any hip hop kick or any kind of kick, electronic kick, not a real kick drum, but any kind of kick, it's going to be right here in G. Okay. 49. So you want your sub to be somewhere around here. Okay. So that gives you, from F sharp down to C, which is plenty. Okay. Because that any of those can be your root notes. Okay. Or any of those could be your lowest note. So if you're going to have two chords, you want to go the key of F, you can go F down to C. You can go F sharp down to C sharp. Okay. If you're in E, E could be your lowest note. If you want to go higher, um, actually D, I actually C, the key of C, and you can go up to G. Okay. You want to go up, or you can go up to F, C to F, go up to fourth, right? Or C sharp or D to, it would be kind of hard. I mean, you can do D to A up there. You're probably going to go D and go down to, you probably won't. Okay. Okay. But you'll figure it out. So that's the process that you're doing. Now, why is that important? Let me get back on course and let me get out of here. Um, why is that important? Because when you're in, depending on which platform you're in, will determine how much sub you need. So if you're in nightclubs, then you need to be in the subs. Whereas if you're going for radio, and most time people are listening to radio songs on a higher, smaller speakers, then sometimes even on their computer, you can go to the higher registers. Okay. So again, it's important for you to know your platform so you can know your key. And then depending on your platform, I got to speed up a little bit, running out of time. Depending on your platform, you'll know the correct sounds to use. So out here, if I'm using ratchet music, for some reason, I don't know why, West Coast guys love pianos. They love the piano sound. YG uses piano sound. That song, F It Up, Girl Gone, F It Up. Try not to cuss, but y'all know the song. Um, and then Soak City, piano. Joe Moses, he likes to use the piano. A lot of these guys out here in the West Coast, when they're doing ratchet music, they like piano. Okay. Whereas if you go to Atlanta, it's different scents that they like. Okay. If you go to up north to Canada, they have a different sound. The sound of the music is dependent upon the sound of the instruments or the sound of the synths that you choose. Okay. So that's why it's important to understand your platform so you can understand the correct tempo, the key, and then the sounds. And the likelihood of you coming up with a really good song is now higher. It's not 100%. You can use all this stuff. I've used all this stuff. My last project, I'll tell you honestly, I don't like the music on my last project. And I used all this correct information, but not exactly. But that's a whole nother story. I'll tell you at the end. But the point is, now your probability is higher. Now, does it guarantee that you'll make a hit? No, but here's what I tell people all the time. And we're going to go into the case study. Let's go with going to the case studies. And this will be a good segue into the case studies. Cardi B, in her previous life, she was a stripper. Okay, I don't have to whisper it because she's admitted it. Everyone knows I was a stripper. She was a stripper. Okay. Now, also at the same time, she doesn't write her own music. She has people that write the music for her. Okay. But she understands, and she has people that write the music for her. So lyrics and Meg Thee Stallion's ex-boyfriend, he's the one that writes the lyrics. Forgot his name. You can look it up. And then she has people that writes his beats. Now, her being a stripper, she understands what the stripper girls, what kind of music that they want when they're entertaining their clientele. And she also understands how it should sound. And then with her being a female, even though she's not writing the lyrics, she understands how women talk. So then she's able to convey that information and then consistently give. So her current album, I don't play a lot of it because I'm at a nightclub, but it's one of the it's top music for strip clubs. She didn't make it for nightclubs. She made it for strip clubs. That is what she did. Metro Boomin, same thing. He makes his music for strip clubs. So his probability of success is high. Now, YG, the reason why I like to use him as a case study is because YG, like most rappers out here in the West Coast, a little bit gangster. Okay. That's what we do. But at the time that YG was trying to come up, and I don't know YG, it's just I've heard him talk. And because I'm out here on the West Coast, I can fill in the blanks. So we're not going to get, if you're an unknown artist, radio is not going to play you on the West Coast at all. They're just not going to. At all. There's no chance. Okay. Unless you're signed. Okay. Now, things have changed, but at the time that YG was coming out, no radio airplay. Okay. Power 106, K-Day, they were not going to play YG music without him being signed. Okay. Now, the way I understand the story, and I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, he met DJ Mustard. Now, DJ Mustard is an actual literal DJ. He's really, really a DJ. He started off as a DJ. And Ty Dolla $ign is the one who taught him how to make beats. Now, I get a lot of artists that will come to me and say, hey, I got this song, I want you to play it. And I'll listen to it because I'm polite. And inevitably, I'll tell them I can't really use it. And they'll say, why? What do you mean you can't use it? What I can't use it because I have a set and your music doesn't fit in my set. Like there's no way. Is most of the time it's either too slow, too fast, or the sounds are not right. It doesn't sound like anything else. And inevitably, well, I don't want to sound like everybody else. Well, apparently you don't want to sound like everybody that I play. So if you don't sound like what I'm playing, then what am I supposed to do with that? Your music is now unusable. Okay. The smart thing about YG is he didn't try to fight against it. At that time, a lot of people, when he got started, a lot of people were trying to go and I want my music to sound like Dre. He has talked about this publicly. He wrote in a song, I'm the first rapper to I have to go to Dre. I was a producer back then, and everybody was asking me, make Dre music. And I'm like, I'm not going to make Dre music. I don't sound like Dre. I don't have his equipment. It's not possible. Okay. And at the same time, I like to go to nightclubs. And at that time, Dre's music was being played, but not a lot. So what YG did, which was really, really smart, is when he got with Mustard, he allowed Mustard to say, look, this is what I can play. This is what I'm playing. Rap on top of this. And YG took the chance and opportunity to do that. Now, I don't know what he had in his mind before he met Mustard, but since he's met Mustard, he's been consistent. And because he's been consistent, I played more YG than any one artist every week. Bottom line, out here in California, 300 people in the club, and bar none per artist. And this is in a time where Kendrick is hot. Okay. Kendrick has the bigger songs. So, TV Off is bigger. Squabble Up is bigger. Not Like Us is bigger. But I can play more YG music in the club in front of 300 people. I could play more YG at the brunch. I could play more YG at private events. Because the person who is doing his beats is a DJ. And DJ Mustard understands what kind of music to play in front of different types of crowds. And so he delivers that kind of music. He understands the correct tempo, very consistent. He understands the correct key, and he understands the correct sounds to use. And all YG has to do is get on there and be YG. Now, YG is a very likable person. YG, his personality, people like it. His ideas are great. So it's a great marriage of passion and skill. And YG is consistent. Okay. And that consistency brings a higher level of skill and gets better results. Okay. And so I wanted to talk about those two case studies because these are two artists that you might say Cardi B is not talented. She doesn't write, but she understands her platform. Okay. She understands what strippers want and what they need and how to provide them the kind of musical content that they need in order to be successful as strippers. And she understands the kind of music that is necessary that should be played in a strip club. She's not coming with something different, but yet she's highly successful. And no one says, you know what, Cardi B, you sound like Metro Boomin. Metro Boomin, you sound like Future. No one confuses them. But yet, musically, is very, very similar. And then with YG is a rapper. He is a good rapper. May not be the most lyrical, but he's a very good rapper and he's a dude. Okay. He's that dude. And he's that dude. So, and he was able to lay down his ego and say, okay, I'm going to just follow the script. I'm going to go ahead and because I know out here in California, I don't have the opportunity to go to the strip club because We have strip clubs, but it's not the culture. I can't go to radio, but I got a DJ that can be at different clubs and parties all over the city. And if he's playing my music, eventually people will start to catch on. And I wish that more hip hop artists out here in LA would go ahead and lay down their ego and just say, okay, Mad Scientist, give me your beat because I know you're going to play it. When you going to play it? Oh, this Friday? All right, I'll be there. And when you play it, I'm going to turn up. I'm going to bring my friends. We all go sing it together. Then everybody going to think it's a bomb song. And the other people want to hear it. Other people may start asking for it because they're like, man, I seen these people turn up. They had a good time. Let me turn up too. That's how you get songs to be more popular because the songs fit the format. It's not about being good or bad. It's not about like, ooh, do I like the song? I'll play a bunch of songs every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, and I don't listen to it. What do I listen to on my day off? Joe Budden podcast. Okay. If I ain't listening to Joe Budden, I'm looking at other stuff that has nothing to do with music. Okay. Not because I don't love music. I love music. But I'm just saying that most of the music I play at the club, I don't play because I like it. I play it because it fits. I still play Little John. We still playing Get Low. Who don't know that song Get Low? Everybody knows that song Get Low. Why is it still popular? Blow the Whistle. Why is Blow the Whistle? Everybody still like going crazy because the song fits the vibe. And what people really want is they want to feel, they want to be a part of that vibe. Again, it's addicting. Vibes are addicting. They want to be part of that vibe. And they want songs that fit the vibe. All right. I was going to go into this part, but I'm going to leave it alone because I want to show you this. This is something that you guys have never seen. And over the next 4 weeks, you guys will continue to see it. Okay, what is this? This is Serato DJ Pro. What is Serato DJ Pro? I want to give you an introduction to it. And then next week, we'll actually go deeper into this, okay? Give you a reason to come back. All right. So Serato DJ Pro is what all DJs, most DJs use. Most DJs use Serato DJ Pro. Okay. Now, if you look on here on this side, these are our crates. Okay. Back in the day when people were like digging the crates, or I had to like take a bunch of crates. Well, now the crates are virtual. So, for example, I have R&B, all my R&B, my 80s R&B is in another crate. My 90s R&B is in another crate. Okay. I got pop music. I got hip hop. I got funk, soul, dance hall, country. Okay. I got all kind of crates. Now from these crates, rock, world music. Look at this. I got Afro beats, bachata, banda, cumbia, dembow, mariachi, soca. Got all these different kind of crates. They're all virtual, right? Now I take songs that are in my crates and I create party mixes. These are all party mixes. So I got my rave party mixes. I got my 90s party mixes, my 90s R&B. I got my hip hop party mixes, right? I got my dance hall party mixes. I got my hip hop, regular hip hop. A lot of this is like ratchet stuff. Okay. You see all this? Like this is like the everything under 100, between, I would say 95 and 100 BPMs, right? So I got all of this in there. Bounce, it's like the same thing as this one. Turn up means like girl stuff, okay? Like what I got in here? I got in here City Girls, real ass chick. Yeah, City Girls act up, music like that, where girls are like, it's like turn up music, okay? And if you see in here, I wasn't lying. Look at this, YG, okay? Pop and shake it, left, right. You heard it, okay? YG, why you always hating, okay? Got a lot of YG. Not because I'm a big YG fan. I never listen to YG albums. And when YG gets an album out, I'm probably gonna go into overtime. When YG has an album come out, I just go and say, okay, what can I play? Okay. I don't listen to the album like a fan. I just know what people like. They like YG. Okay. Tipsy, stuff like that. Party music. Bounce is more like, like ratchet, but more gangsterish, right? Or I got all my like Oakland stuff in here, right? So I got like Pilo, you know, Radio Bass, OT Genesis, Cold Flint, stuff like that, right? It's a different sound. And again, a bunch of YG, okay? BPT, okay? Bunch of YG because YG is consistent. He knows his platform and he gives it to you every time. You know, he doesn't mess around. Okay. YG. That's why I continuously play them. And people ask for it. It's not like I play it because I just want to. I play it because that's what they want. And people want, look at this DJ Mustard, okay, in here. Um, and then I got my faster turn up stuff. Okay. This is like all the Little John stuff in there, Sweetie, My Type. Okay. So we got crates in here and I create playlists. Okay, now I don't play every song in a row. That's not what I do. I don't say, "Oh, okay, it's turn up time. Let me start here at one and then go all the way down." No, but I got all of these songs available to me. Okay, 310 Baby is Rock Your Hips is available. I may play it, I may not. Okay, Too Short, Blow the Whistles in here. I may play it or may not. The key that you need to do is figure out how do you get from a playlist, a crate to a playlist, whether it's radio or clubs, from a crate to a playlist. How do you get in here? So you have to know what it is that each of these, what you have to know, like the tempo. You have to know the tempo, the key, so you can get into these playlists. And that's what we're going to talk about next week. Running out of time, unfortunately. But the point is this. Stop sharing. Okay, let me go ahead and finish up. The point is that what you want to do is understand your platform, and the best people you want to talk to about understanding different platforms are DJs. DJs are your A&R directors. They are the ones who are saying, this is hot, this is what DJs are playing, so that once you understand that, you can then make the adjustment. Okay. No one sits there and tells me, I got to have my song in the key of this at the tempo of that. I know it doesn't fit your narrative, Norman, your platform, but I got to have it because if I don't, then the song won't work. If someone does tell me that, then I will say, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to kill my vibe trying to fit your difference and then kill everybody's vibe. Just not going to do it. Okay. So next week, when we meet again, I will actually start off with this so I won't run out of time. I'll start off with this. And everybody knows a DJ. Everybody has a friend that's a DJ. Okay. My suggestion is you sit down with your friend or yourself as a DJ and see how they organize their crates. See how they organize their playlist. Every DJ is going to be a little different. Okay. I'm going to show you how I organize mine, but every DJ is going to be a little different. Okay. The key is that wherever you are in the world right now, you want to make it into your DJ's, your friend that's a DJ, you want to make it into his crate, and then you want to make it, because what we do is we put everything into the crate. I got more music into my crates, but all the music does not fit into the mix, the playlist. That's the key. What you got to ask your DJ friends is, how do I make it from your crate into your playlist? And now most of them are going to tell you, man, you just got to give me some hit music. Some are going to tell you, you got to pay. Okay. It's not payola. It's a thing. But some may sit down like me. I'm going to sit down with you and say, this is how you do it. If that's what you do, then guess what? Either you give me what I play, or you say, Mad Scientist, make me a beat that fits in there. Now, if I make the beat, it's guaranteed going to fit into my crate. It's my crate. All right, y'all, listen, that's it. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all you guys for coming through. And even those who come and they listen to it later, I appreciate you at the same time. Please like and subscribe these. Please, please, please like. Please like. I've never been one of those people that's like, please like and subscribe. But apparently it is important that you like, okay, and you subscribe to me. So please do that. And then go check out my website. Go check out my merch. But even just go check out the website. Go on there, find out where I'm at. And if you're in California, if you're near Long Beach, come through, holler at your boy, buy me a couple drinks. You might get into my crate and to my playlist a little faster. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. That's it. I'm out. I'll see y'all next week.